So, you've decided to pick yourself up a copy of 𝍊𝋼Also Online, and it's a new MMORPG that you've never played, or you're totally new to an MMORPG and it's the first one you've played, then it might seem a little bit overwhelming. So let me try to explain to you how easy it is actually. The game is very in-depth and it has a lot of layers to it, but I just want to make it kind of easier to you for understanding so that you won't be put off by first getting into the game and not knowing what to do or where to start. But first, let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is 𝍊𝋼Also. I'm your local streaming witch over on twitch.tv/𝍊𝋼Also. And yeah, leave a like and a sub and a comment if this guide will be helpful for you. And check out also the chapters below if you want to go into one specific chapter that you're very interested in or just want to switch around. So when you first open up the 𝍊𝋼Also Online launcher, it will ask you to input your email and your password that you've already decided on, and then you choose between a server. There is the NA server and the EU server that we in Europe can change to, and also in North America, or I think South America has their own ones. But there are more servers that you can choose from. Choose a server that you like. I am currently in the EU server because the times when I play is normally the time when other people are already going to sleep or when the grind spots are more free for me personally. Other people might play during the day, so it's easier to find a grind spot while they are in the NA server. So choose which one ever you like more, but don't feel restricted. You can always, with the same email, make an account for the other server as well later on. The only thing that you can't do with that one is get the codes that we get from BDO for free stuff, is use the same code in the other account with the same email. The code you can only use once for one email. You can go into the NA server and in the EU server afterwards as well, even if you've decided, I want to join the EU server now. After that, when you go into the game, you will be greeted by this. These are actually all of the channels that you later on can choose to go into. As you can see, there are EU season servers and normal servers. The thing with the season servers is that a normal character cannot enter these season servers. A season character can join any server, like these EU Serendia servers, as well as the season servers. And at the beginning, you can also, with every class and every character, season or not season, you can also go into the new Olvia servers. Those ones give you an XP up. These ones are for beginners. These will give you an XP boost. So you can enter these servers only if you go up to level 61. The first time that you are with your first character up at level 61, you will not be able, and so past 61, you will not be able to enter these Olvia servers anymore. You can always, when you've done one season, go into the next season and then join these season servers again. But to make it clear how that works, I'm gonna hop into one server. These are my classes, my characters. These are all normal characters. And this one down here is my season character. If I want to go into a season server with my normal class, like the witch, it says only season character may enter this server. So it is only possible to enter this server really just with your season class, which will be always visible to you by having this yellow border around it. When you start out the game, you might be a little bit overwhelmed because we have a lot of classes to choose from. It really depends on you which kind of class you would like to play. You can look at a lot of guides on which class would be the best for PvP or for PvE, but I would say just go in, do and get one of a class that you like, that you visibly like the look of, or like, because you're gonna play a lot of hours on that class, on that character. So choose one that you really enjoy playing with. And for that, we actually have the trial character, which means when you come back into your game, you have the trial characters, the trial tab over here. This trial tab will actually make it possible to make a trial character up to level 61 so that you can try out different classes. You can get up to 3 trial characters, and when you go into it, it will ask you if you want to make a new character. You're just going to hit yes. And then you will get down here to the same thing as before when you actually want to make a class. And you can choose between all of these classes. Choose whichever one you'd like to try out and get yourself accustomed with that class. So we've made a trial character. We're going to hop into the server now. And here you can try out the awakening and successions, which I'm going to talk about later on, but just in general, your whole character, your whole class. This one, you will actually be up to level 61 already. You can enter your skill menu. You can level up each skill to the maximum. You can then also choose between awakening and succession and try out all the moves with that class. Go down here to the vendor and get yourself these things, the Arsha chest, succession book and the awakening book and some armor sets. So let us do that. I'm gonna open up every single thing. These will actually not cost you anything and equip everything that you have. And now you can go back into this tab, press Shift and LMB on a skill icon to invest all the points in. We can decide to go into succession, which will use only your main weapon, or into awakening, which will use a second weapon. I'm gonna show you the succession now, just to make it easy. And with that, you can just go around this small little region here and try out all the different kinds of skills and get accustomed of skills and get accustomed to how it would be playing on that character and if you enjoy the moves and the playstyle of them. There is some dummies over here that you can actually use your skills on, just so that you can see how it would be playing against a monster or different class. When you start out the game, I really recommend you 100% make a season class, because it is easier to enhance and to level up with a season character instead with a normal character. And you will be able to access the season servers, which will give you an XP boost, and you will get some free goodies from the season character as well. At the end of the season character, you can graduate, which is like making the season character into a normal character with a full set of gear equal to 10 boss gear, which is like a very high leveled item grade. This is really good gear to get you started in the game, and trying to get it without season is much harder, because the enhancement process is much harder on normal armor and weapons than it is on 𝍊𝋼 gear, which would be the season weapon there. There will be a lot of other rewards as well that you don't get as a normal character, like you get expansion slots and inventory space and skill points much more easier. And as I said, it has a combat XP of 100% and a skill XP of 20% up. Also, PvP is disabled, except in the season PvP channel, which you can only access at level 56. So you don't have to worry about getting griefed by another player and killed off by other people. You just have to look out for the monsters, which is really neat and nice. Like, it's easy. So the season servers will give you the special servers that you can only enter with season characters, but you can also enter with the season character in normal servers. Anyone can participate. So if you've done one season, you're not done. You can always make a new season. Even if you're a veteran player, even if after a year you decide, oh, I want to have a new season character, you are not stopped by that. You can make yourself a new one. And the season servers will also introduce you more easily to the game, which is nice because it can get a lot, but it will get you through it a little bit easier. You can make one season character at a time. So you cannot make two season characters at the same time. You have to make one season character, graduate that one, and then you will be able to make a second season character. When you're ready to advance to like your character, you can choose to graduate and leave the server. And then you will be only able to access the normal ones. But you can take all the time that you need. Previously, we had a time limit on the season characters of like maybe 4 or 5 or 6 months. Now you can do it on your own time. There is no limit to it. So if you decide after a month, I want to take a break, you don't have to be worried that you will not be able to catch up and graduate on time. Take your time and enjoy the game. After you graduate, you make your season character into a normal character. So you don't have to worry about losing that character, and you also don't lose all the weapons and armors that you've made during that time. Everything will stay in your inventory, and it becomes a normal weapon, a normal armor, just still with the label 𝍊𝋼A. Because you can only get one item and make it into an actual boss item. So now let's make actually a character. I'm not able to make a season character because I already have one. So I'm just gonna put the normal character in. You, as a new beginner, you're gonna click the season character here. Do you wanna create a new character? Yes. And then you have your options. Choose whichever one you like the most in the trial characters and make a class. You can create and make him look however you want. If you're lazy like me, there's also the beauty album feature, which you can just click and open up. And then you have the most popular looks. You can choose which time period you want to have, today's rankings, 7 days, a year, and all time. And when you found something you like, just apply, hit yes, and it will actually transform him into that pre-made look. Then you can customize the hair, the face, the body, the voice, as well as his horoscope, which will be not really influential in the gameplay. This will only affect one quest, but there will be many guides on the internet who will help you out there. Then you gotta give him a name, hit create a character. So let's hop into the class. It asks me if I want to start a tutorial. Unfortunately, you will not be able to choose between starting that tutorial or not starting that tutorial. You will actually be forced to do it, but it's just a one-time thing. You're gonna do this tutorial, which is gonna take about 10 minutes and gives you a very basic guide to the movements and the key inputs. Please don't base your expectations just on this tutorial because it's really not well designed. It's very interesting. And here we are. This is just gonna give you a basic overview on the story and how everything is going, and you're gonna be able to do that tutorial. You can also skip the cutscenes in the meantime and the story, and then just go through the normal tutorial, which is gonna make everything really easy. So after you finish the tutorial, you will be able to choose a starting zone. As a new player, I really recommend you to choose Ancient Stone Chamber. It will give you the whole main story and some quests that you will actually need to do. If you just want to go to the boss fight, then go over and hop on to the Land of the Morning Light. But for really new people, I would really recommend the Ancient Stone Chamber. The Ancient Stone Chamber is also far less confusing, and there are more resources online that are based on the Ancient Stone Chamber. Since it was the original starting zone, they've also now made it better and much less hard to do than it was previously. They've improved this whole storyline. So we will start actually here. And then you will actually really start your journey. As you can see, you start your journey off right away with a quest. Just hit R on all of them and you will be in your quest line. After creating your season character and processing up to this point, I really recommend you to focus on the main story quests. If you get confused at any point, you can always hit up the quest log by pressing O on your keyboard, or hit up the black spirit if you want to get other quests in. What I mean by that is you're gonna hit O. You have all of your main quests that you want to do. The main quests focus on 4 different regions. It's focusing on Balenos, Serendia, on Calphion, and on Medaya. These 4 regions here. These will be your main quests, and after completing these, they are other optional, but for now, they just give you extra rewards. Also, which I can really recommend you, is by hitting O and you're going into your main quest. As you can see, I only have the main story currently on. I would recommend you to hit all so that you can see every type of quest that you can have. At first, you're not going to be able to. You're going to need to reach level 20, but afterwards, just hit this all button so you can see the other quests as well. With your season class, you will also receive a season pass, which will be up here in this corner. So the season pass will give you different kinds of tasks to do during your season class. After you've graduated, you will not be able to do the season pass again with that same character. It will be back on with the new season class that you're gonna make. You can purchase the Black Spirit Pass, which will give you extra rewards, but you can do it, but you don't have to. It's really just optional. It gives you some extra goodies like some storage mates and some central market mates and a classic outfit box. But all of these things you also get for free while enjoying the games, and Pearl Abyss really just gives it out for free, sometimes during codes and events. With completing these tasks, you will get different kinds of rewards. You get an inventory expansion, you get a secret book of Misty Breeze, which will give you extra skill points. The skill points that you use to get new skills and to level up your skills. You really want to use these up with that character. You can use the season pass also as a very good guideline of what you need to do, like hitting level 10, hitting level 50, receive a Black Spirit gift, which you will automatically receive with the with processing through the main quests, and it'll just help you give some free stuff as well, like a horse. Everything will be given to you while completing those quests, and it will also show you what to do next. So after you've hit around level 25 to 30, you will start to get the Narrow Gear from the game for free. Narrow Gear and the beginner Blackstones that you will get from the game by progressing through the questline and by defeating monsters is actually a type of equipment that is really easy to enhance. It is the easiest to enhance, and you will afterwards be able to, for free, switch it over to the 𝍊𝋼Also gear when you've hit pen. If you want to enhance your Narrow Gear, just right click on the Blackstones. It will automatically put up your enhancement tab, put in the gear that you want, and then just click through it. You will actually be able to progress through the enhancing very easily in the Narrow Gear. Don't worry if you fail, because you will just push through it easy peasy without having to think about it. After you've made pen, narrow, weapon, it will tell you automatically that you can change it over to 𝍊𝋼Also gear, which you will convert. It's very easy, and the 𝍊𝋼Also gear will actually give you better AP than the Narrow Gear. Like you see here, the Narrow Gear has from AP from 74 to 78, and the 𝍊𝋼Also gear automatically gives you the 𝍊𝋼 one, gives the 78 to 87 AP. So just hit convert, and do that with every single weapon and armor that you've got from the Narrow Gear, and make it into a pen Narrow Gear, and then convert it over to 𝍊𝋼Also gear. By grinding in the season server, you will afterwards get another type of Blackstones, which is gonna be the time-filled Blackstones. These ones you will actually need to enhance your 𝍊𝋼Also gear. Afterwards, that kind of a Blackstone is also gonna be useless, but don't throw them away. You will need them later on for the next seasons that you're gonna do. If you have a friend and they are higher geared, or you are part of a guild, I would really recommend you to ask them if you can join in one of their grinds and just lurk around and get free experience from them, because they are probably gonna be grinding in a higher AP ranked grinding spot, which will give you more XP, and you can passively get that XP by being just in their party and not doing anything. So if you have some friends that play the game, I would really recommend you to do that as well. It's gonna be done very quickly. At level 56, your character will also be able to get a new type of questline, which is gonna be the Awakening or the Succession questlines. These questlines you need to complete to unlock the full potential of your character and of your class. You can find the start quests by opening up the menu with your Black Spirit. So just open up the Black Spirit, and under the main quest, they will give you the Awakening questline. Like here, it will just say Awakening or Succession, and just hit that one and go through the questline as over there as well. The questline will bring you to different kinds of grind zones, so be sure to complete all of those grind zones, complete the quest of killing 100 of those enemies, and then just go back and kill one main boss, which is gonna be actually you fighting against your own class, and it's gonna just show you what the Awakening will look like, or the Succession. When you're done with all of that and you've hit level 61 on your character and on your account, it's recommended to really complete the Magnus Questline. I know it's gonna be a pain. It's gonna take a little bit longer because the questline in general is a long questline. But you will receive one free pen armor of your choice, or you can get a pen weapon of your choice for free. The Magnus Questline takes around 3 to 4 hours, but it does not have any gear requirements and can easily be completed by new and returning players. There are also some great guides out there who will guide you through the quest lines. You will get some armor and some weapons as well while you are down in the Magnus. The only thing that you need to have completed is the quest, the main story quest up to and including 𝑍�𝑋�Also. And after that, you can complete it. It is so highly recommendable because it gives you several rewards, including a new skill for your class, which you can use in the 𝍊𝑉𝑖A servers and 𝍊𝑉𝑖A regions. As well, it gives you the ability to fast travel. And my people, I will tell you, this will open up new horizons for you, because fast traveling is gonna be the blessing in disguise in this game, because it takes you ages to go from one region to a next region. It might take you up to like 15 minutes or half an hour sometimes if you go from one part of the map to the other part. To access this quest line, just be level 61, have completed the main story quest up to 𝑍�𝑋�An, and then accept it through the Black Spirit. One last tip that I can give you is when you're starting out of the game, your whole display will be cluttered up with all of different kinds of notifications that will be popping up left, right, noises that will pop up left, right. So I want to go through the settings that I have on so that it will not get overwhelming for you here as well. So let's hop into the game and hit ESC and go into our settings, and then go into the general settings and into quality of life. I would really recommend you to have aim assistance on, because it automatically aims at your target and the chance of missing it will be restricted then. I would disable anything else. If you want to have the simplified UI on, it will just simplify the interface to display only the most important features. And then you can also, which I really recommend, is to auto call the mount after the quest complete, which is so that even though you're maybe at a different place, your mount will actually get called to your location after you've completed the quest. Then let's go into show hide. I personally don't want to see my character's name and my guild name and stuff like that all the time. So I have view my character name off, so I always hide it. I have my HP gauge on because I really like that. And I always have the family name instead of the character name on, which you can choose between whichever you prefer. I always have the family name because it's easier to get in contact with the family name. If it's always the same, the character name, it always changes. You can hit display others' names, show others' adventurers' names on or off. I don't really want to see them if I am grinding on my own and I don't do PvP, what I don't go out grieving somebody. I don't want to see other people's displays. I like the stacked HP bar, so it's stacked and not horizontal. Going down into the character section, I always have the zone change on. It will highlight your character when entering a safe or a combat zone, so that it just pops up and you know, oh, I'm in a safe zone or in a combat zone now. I always have the quest NPC status on as well. It highlights the quest NPC in different colors depending on your quest and status with them. The amity status, conquer, war, allies, and the war stuff like that is actually up to you. If you participate in wars, then I would have them on. Otherwise, I am just a PvEer, a PvP PvEater. So I have these off because it doesn't really matter to me. I always hide my pets because I don't need to see them running around and fetching all of my stuff. It clutters up the screen a little bit. I also hide my fairy, but these are just personal preferences. And I put see other campsites because if you are in a grind zone and somebody else puts up their camp, you actually know that the grinding spot is already occupied. For the show hide, I have, for miscellaneous stuff, I have the hit decisions, detections, and defense icons on, as well as the miss effects, if those are things that you want to know. I don't have the combo video guides on. I don't think they are very useful. Going down to the alerts, I actually have everything turned off because it clutters off my screen, because these are shared. So shared means that you will see when somebody else is putting something up on the central market, if somebody else is selling something on the central market, or have others' life skills get alert when other adventurers reach master in life skills. These clutters up the screen a lot, and so I have everything turned off. I only have the zone change on and the fitness level on, so I get alerted when my fitness level gets up, or the zone change when I go into combat or safety zone. Since I don't participate in wars, I also have those off, and I just get alerts. For the pre-orders, I have the alert on so that I know when one of my pre-orders is actually being done and I received the item. Mortal Dangers causes your screen borders to turn red and flash so that you know, oh no, shit, I'm in danger. I need to get out of here. For the world map, I have it on 90 degrees. So when I open my map, it's just straight up on the top. And then you can change down here in the miscellaneous. And I have these character interactions all turned off. And these are just rejection things. So it would automatically reject duels, it reject at rate automatically and stuff like that. I have it all turned off because I don't need them. And yeah, that's about like a basic guide that I can give to you. I hope it was helpful somehow. The game is huge. There are very many different kinds of things that you can do in this game. So take your time. This game is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So be sure to take all the time that you need while exploring this game and the beautiful scenarios and all the different kinds of life skills and stuff that you can do. Wars, duels, PvP, just take your time. Also check out my other video guides. I've already made some guides on life skills. So if you want, do please check them out. Leave a like and a follow if you want to. Also check out my Twitch and my other socials. Link is in the bio. And I shall see you in my next life skilling guide or my next YouTube video. Goodbye!